All right. Welcome, folks. I want to say hello. I am broadcasting from Vermont, and my name is Eric Abbey. And this is the first of what we hope will be a long-standing webinar series on arbitrage, selling on Amazon, adding margin to your budget, and being able to expand your budget in order to do the things that you love to do with the people you love. I work as a contractor with Just One Dime. I'm a coach, and now we're working to talk about some tools and some strategies that you can apply to your arbitrage in 2021. So I want to wish you a happy new year, and I just want to let you know that I'm excited about selling on Amazon. I started selling on Amazon about 6 or 7 years ago. I was in a pretty tight situation where I had no margin in my budget, and I was looking to be able to expand that because I wanted to buy a house. That was the main impetus behind me trying to figure out how can I add margin to my budget. And after thinking and seeking options and opportunities, it seemed like selling on Amazon was the best opportunity. And when I learned about Amazon FBA, I got really excited about the potential that offered for me to scale my business. And as I put one foot in front of the other and bought some products and sold them on Amazon and began making a profit, I saw that arbitrage could work. That model really enabled me to gain momentum. Arbitrage is basically finding discounted products in one market and then turning around and selling that same commodity in a separate market at a profit and enjoying the difference. People have been doing it for hundreds and thousands of years. Now we're taking advantage of the online marketplace through Amazon to do that very thing. And I've learned a lot of what I've done from a man named Alan Urzar. And so I want to introduce you to him, and we are going to be working together to do this webinar series and to broadcast these videos to you. And we hope that they're helpful. We hope that they introduce strategies that are helpful. We hope that they enable you to be successful in selling on Amazon, and that will be an option for you to also add margin to your budget. So Alan, say hello and introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, well, thank you, man. And hello, everybody. I see a few people joining us live. So let us know in the comments, how are you? Where are you connecting from? So we can, say hello to you as well. But yeah, well, I'm very excited because we've been working together in Just One Dime for a long time now. I also have been. I started as a student for Just One Dime a long time ago, and then they invited me to help them as one of the coaches, and I've been doing different things and collaborating with in different projects with Seth and the whole Just One Dime team, and I'm very happy to be here today and keep trying to share my experience and what I've learned through this whole journey, which has been amazing. I've been selling also for about 4.5 years, and I'm very happy to be here and share with everybody what we've learned so far.
Awesome. I can see one comment from somebody that says, "Hi, South Florida here," but I can't really see anything else unless I'm looking at the right thing.
In the description, if you're on this video, you're gonna be watching in a Facebook group. In the description, there's a link that says streamyard.com/Facebook. If you click on that, it's gonna take you to authorize StreamYard, so we can see your profile and we can actually see your name and your picture. So if you guys want to do that, that'll be great. That way we can actually see who we're talking to and say hi.
Yeah. And if you're live with us and you have questions, we'd love to do some arbitrage questions. You can ask Alan and I how we got started. You can ask really anything's fair game. We're happy to talk more about arbitrage and the things that have helped us. And we really want to jump right into two strategies, two secrets that we think could really explode your Amazon business in 2021. Or if you haven't started doing any sort of Amazon business, we think these would be two things to really keep in mind as you lean into maybe launching an Amazon business through doing arbitrage. And so let's speak to that. Alan, the first secret that you want to talk about is really building your inventory, which is a significant part of kind of gaining the momentum that you need to actually be developing long-term margin and profit. And so why don't you talk a little bit about building your inventory?
Sure. I think the first thing I realized, a few months after I started selling, was that I really needed to learn how to build inventory in the right way, meaning having high quality inventory on my account. At the beginning, I started just trying to buy whatever I could, and I couldn't. I made a lot of mistakes. So once I realized, okay, I need to have inventory, but it's not just any kind of inventory, because I can have $50,000 worth of inventory on Amazon, but if it doesn't sell, my business is not going to start growing. So I had to figure that part out, and for me, it was understanding the tools that we had available at the time to be able to decide, is this a good product? Is this something that if I buy it and I send it to the warehouse, FBA, I'm gonna be able to sell it. So building that inventory of good quality, high quality inventory was a very one of the secrets of my success over the years, because the more I understand how to choose a good product, the better my inventory is, and then I keep adding more inventory to my account, and I keep getting more sales. It's funny because sometimes people say that they're lucky, and then luckily they've been selling, and I hear other people say, well, the more I work, the luckier I get. And it's because you really need to understand, you need to find good quality inventory.
Yeah, I think it's probably more a matter of gaining experience,
Right.
and having an increased knowledge base, so that you really know what you're looking for. And you learn from mistakes that you make, and you learn from other people that you connect with if you have access to some kind of community. And it's part of why we like to do this sort of thing. If there's any sort of training opportunity that you can leverage, all of that is contributing to equipping you to be able to do that effectively. And we do interact with sellers that they buy a ton of products, and then they get discouraged because they either make a ton of sales, but there's no profit to be made because they didn't think rightly about the kind of products that they were purchasing, or they buy in a ton of products and send them into FBA, and now they're not making sales, and they get frustrated by that. And it was because they didn't really think through. You can't just pick a product, send it in, and think that it's going to sell if you haven't really given thought to how to do that.
Right.
So that's really important. I've thought too, about building inventory. The year follows contours, and so we're coming off the fourth quarter. And if you've been actively selling, you probably had massive increases in your sales for October, November, and December. And typically, the result of that is you have a depleted inventory, which is a good thing to have. It means that you've had a high velocity of sales. It means that you've moved product. And so for many of us, January kind of becomes a reset. Now, out of the first half of the year, my experience has been that from January to June, January is really the best month of that first half. So you're still going to make sales, but it also can be an opportunity for you to start to think, okay, I'm facing a new year, and I want to try to expand my inventory as I move through the year to come. When I first started selling on Amazon, I bought and sold products, and I could see that I was making a profit, because I would purchase products for $5 or $10 and I would sell them for $20 to $30. And I could easily see how the math worked with even the price I had to pay to ship products in and the FBA fees that were involved. I was making a significant profit.
Right.
We talk about shooting for 100% ROI, and I turned that money right around into buying more products. And so I wasn't necessarily seeing the profits roll in, but I could tell that as my inventory expanded, at some point there was going to be a tipping point, and the size of my inventory was going to increase to the point to where I really was going to see profits come in, and I saw that happen.
Right.
Anything else you want to speak to as far as building inventory?
Yeah, I think it could sound like a really easy thing to do, but in reality, if you're not if you don't understand how to find good products, it's gonna be hard, because for me, the experience was I had a lot of inventory at the beginning, but I wasn't selling anything. And a lot of people can relate to this, because we start sending inventory. We're very excited that we're actually starting our business. But if we don't pay attention to that part, that detail of making sure that this product is going to sell, within 30, maybe 60 days, maybe 90 days, it's hard to start seeing the results. And then once you start uh, making sales, you also want to make sure that you can reinvest on the business, so you can grow your inventory. And for example, in my experience, we spent 7 months just reinvesting everything before we decide, okay, now we're going to start taking some of those profits and actually using those for our personal use. But those 7 months were allowed us to grow our inventory to the point where once we started getting some of the profits, we were getting some of the profits, but we still were able to keep growing our inventory because we already had a very substantial amount of inventory in the warehouse.
Yeah, it's fun when that happens. You get to the point to where you're consistently investing in your inventory, and so you're continuing to generate momentum for your business, but you're kind of pulling profits off the top, and so your inventory stays up, but you're actually seeing some of those payouts come, to your benefit. Or, I mean, when I was trying to save for a house, I just kind of let that bottom line build because I was shooting for, a specific lump sum. But either way, that's when it gets really exciting, is when that turns. And we'll get into more of the details in a few minutes of kind of what it looks like to analyze specific products, because the devil's always in the details when it comes to knowing what products to say yes to and what products to pass over. But before we do that, speak a little bit to the second secret, the second strategy that can really help increase and blow up your Amazon business in a good way. And that would be being able to monitor your inventory health. And so, Alan, take a couple minutes to speak to inventory health. This is becoming an increasingly important topic as Amazon makes adjustments and changes to their policies and their approach to things like restrictions and other things. So speak to that.
Right. Yeah. So once we had inventory and we started making sales, before it wasn't a big issue to keep track of inventory and all that. But as Amazon changes and they started putting some restrictions on what kind of inventory and the quality of inventory that you want to send to the FBA warehouse, they started tracking that, and now we have these index numbers that if we don't keep track of our metrics, we can get restrictions on the storage that we have. So we have to be very careful about how much inventory is in the warehouse. Is that inventory moving along, selling, or is some of that inventory, taking longer to sell, and maybe some inventory is going to stay, over 12 months. You're going to start either paying very high storage fees, or you're not really moving your money and you're not really growing your inventory. So we had to start paying very good attention to the health of our inventory. And there's reports that Amazon gives you, and of course you can download those reports and upload into spreadsheets. And people that like numbers, they can do a lot of different formulas and things like that to be able to show that. But it was really hard for us to understand some of those reports, and some people don't even really look at those reports because they don't really make sense. It's just a lot of numbers. So we had to figure out a way to check our inventory report, make sure that we have good products that are always selling, and the ones that are getting probably mistakes or things like that that have very high ranks, or they've been on the warehouse for a long time. We needed to pay attention to those to make sure that we're maybe dropping the price or putting PPC, special PPC campaigns on those, or just requesting those back and trying to sell those in different platforms.
Yeah. So what are the one or two top variables in your experience and in your knowledge of what Amazon's been doing recently? What are the one or two or three top variables that can negatively affect your IPI score?
For me, having items that have very good velocity is being a positive. But there's some items that I have, and of course after four and a half years, we still make some big mistakes and buy items that we didn't analyze the right way, and we didn't see the whole history of the product, and we end up with items with 3-4 million rank, and they're gonna stay there for a long time. So once we started looking at those and trying to get rid of those out of our account and trying to move them in different ways, we started seeing our index performing our index numbers increase. As a matter of fact, um, Amazon has been changing those numbers. I think they first started with a 300 IPI, and then they went to 350, and then 400 and 450, and I think in August this 2020 they increased it to 500. Due to a lot of different things. For the crazy year that we had in 2020. But 500 was really hard for arbitrage, because you really need to have a lot of very high velocity items. But also we realized that paying attention to these reports, we can get rid of items that are staying there on the warehouse for too long, and we can also keep our account clean and erase our listings and do a lot of things that for us, in August we were I think my account was at 530 or something like that. So I didn't have any effect on the changes. A lot of sellers, especially arbitrage sellers, had a lot of issues with the trying to get to the high 500 number. I'm still at 500 right now. I got clear in December for another 3 months of unlimited storage. But I think it's because I've been paying a lot of attention to those reports and trying to make sure my account is clean.
Good. Well, let's get into some more of the details. I know you're going to be able to share your screen, and so I want you to look at a product or two. Being able to effectively analyze products is the backbone to being effective in both of these things, being able to build your inventory well and being able to improve that IPI score, and to have at least, the vast majority of your products be quick turning products, profit driving products. And so why don't you take us on a deeper dive on these topics by specifically looking at products? And if you can share your screen, go ahead and do it.
Sure. Before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit of a story, because as you guys noticed, we kind of are rocking our new T-shirts with a new logo. It says ROI Scanner from by Just One Dime, and this is something that we started developing along with Just One Dime, because when you're trying to analyze products and find good quality products, you're gonna need to use some tools. And for us, for a long time, we were using tools like RevSeller to be able to analyze the products. And we've talked about RevSeller in different videos and in our Amazon Arbitrage Mastery training, and it's one of the tools that we recommend. And we also use tools like Keepa, How Many. All of these tools are going to allow you to analyze the product, make sure that the product has high demand, low competition, and you can analyze your competition and how much inventory they have. And they've been great tools to have. But when you're doing manual analyzing, when you're doing manual search, and that's one of the strategies that we use to find products, right? You go to Walmart.com and you start browsing products from Walmart or Target or Home Depot, and you're gonna go to Amazon, make sure that you find it on Amazon, and then once you find it on Amazon, you're gonna start analyzing those, and of course, you're gonna use some of the tools that I just mentioned. But the whole process takes time. First you have to go to the store, find the items, copy the title or the image, and go back and forth trying to find it on Amazon. So I've been building, along with my business, I've been building a team of people that help me. Mostly are virtual assistants, but they have to do that manual work. And of course, they work 8-10 hours a day with me, and sometimes it's really hard to keep your focus and concentration when you're doing so much of this menial task of copy and paste and search for items. So I was looking for a way to make that process a little bit faster and be able to find, when you find a product, be able to analyze it faster. So we started developing a tool, and we came up with ROI Scanner, which is a tool that combines some of the benefits and features of Rev Seller, how many, we use Keepa data to be able to analyze the history. But instead of just being able to see that information on Amazon, which is great because you can actually analyze everything within the Amazon listing, I thought, what about if I'm at the Walmart store or in Target, I can still see that information, but that information from Amazon, because that's
And
basically
you're
what I need.
online arbitrage, right? So you're at walmart.com, you're at target.com,
Right.
and you're trying to maybe use multiple tabs, or you're in your browser and you're trying to go back and forth. So you're at walmart.com and you're copying a title, and then you're flipping over to Amazon and you're pasting it into Amazon to see if that listing exists. And if you find it, you're clicking on it, and then you're doing price comparisons and looking at BSR and doing all your analytics, but with multiple pages as you're trying to do online arbitrage, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And one of the issues that our BAs had was that, once you've been doing that for a few hours, your computer is going to get slow. There's a lot of things that your eyes get tired and things like that. So we needed to find something faster and easier for us to do. So we end up, and I'm going to share with you this page. We end up developing this tool. It's called ROI Scanner. And basically what we do is we do all of that. You can find, all the information, but you can use this on Amazon, but you can also use it on other stores. So I'm gonna share with you the stores that we have available right now. If you're on Walmart, you're gonna be able to see all of this information. Target, Home Depot, Best Buy, Lowe's, the main retail stores. Costco, Walgreens, Fry's Electronics, GameStop, IKEA, Boscov's, and all of these stores are mainly the stores that I find items for my store. So we needed to find something that worked for us, and then once we started using the software, we figure, this can be used by other people, and also by other some of our BAs. So we started using this tool, and now we have it available for other sellers. So basically, I want to share with you here. For example, if you're in Target and you just want to go start browsing, any of their categories, so you can go to, let's just say, I'm just gonna say here, personal care, and I'm gonna go to just see hand sanitizers. So and this is the other thing that we realize on most of the stores right now is that you can actually do retail and online arbitrage. So, for example, if I want to do retail arbitrage, I can come here and I can say, okay, what are out of these 62 results? What are the items that I can just go to my store, that is, in within 5 miles of my house, and just go and pick them up today. But instead of going to the store and actually browsing and scanning with an app and everything, I can just do my homework here, and I actually have all the data that I need. So out of those 32 items, I can just pick up on my store. And stores like Target, they actually tell me which aisle I have to go. So we've been doing this with my wife, and we just get a list of all the items that we already analyzed. We know it has profit, and we know that on aisle A40, we just go straight to the aisle, pick up the item, go pay, and within 20 minutes we already did a lot of retail arbitrage. But of course, if you want to just do online arbitrage, you basically just click on anything that has shipping available, and 58 items are going to have shipping available. The nice thing about the tool is that once I know what I want to do, if I want to do online or retail, I just open a few of these and I'm just going to analyze them. And the way that we find products is the software is going to first is going to try to match the UPC of this product with Amazon. If it finds the same UPC, it's going to give you the information. Sometimes some people on Amazon are going to use UPCs to create, other product listings. So you might find, that the product is a mismatch. But most of the time you're gonna find the same product. If we don't find the UPC match, then we're gonna try to do a title match. So we're gonna get this title and see if we have an exact match on Amazon. But if we don't find that, then we're gonna try to do just a regular Amazon search. So we just get this title, do a search, and in this case, it's kind of showing you the top 10 results for that search. So
and the cool thing about this tool is that everything you just explained to have done, the tool's just done. So you haven't left Target.com.
You've still in Target.
You've clicked on a specific product, and because your tool's embedded in your Chrome browser, it's automatically going to pull up. It's going to do that search for you instantaneously with each product that you look at and give you the information right there.
Exactly. So let's say in this case, it gives me the top 10 results because it didn't find any UPC match or title match, but it's not here either. So I can just click on this bottom and it's going to go on Amazon, and you can still kind of go through the whole search results, and maybe on page 2 you're going to find that product. So you're not missing that opportunity to find a product, because most likely you're going to find the product on Amazon. It's just not people, when they created a listing, they didn't use the same UPC, or they're not using the same title and things like that. But let's just try to find one with that is an exact match. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click, try to open a few more, try to see if I can find an exact match. But if you notice, the process is very fast. This is not an exact match, so I just close it. Let me open this one. So instead of going back and forth and trying to find the product, within a few minutes I can, okay, here's one. So this one is an exact match. And once you find the exact match, or maybe here's another one, but this is a perfect example. See, this is a 6-pack washcloth, and the product is a hand sanitizer. So whoever created this listing on Amazon, they use the UPC that Target is using for this product. So that's a mismatch, but that's okay. I just close it down. But in this case, I found one. This is a Purell Aloe, hand sanitizer, and now I can analyze it. But I have all the information I need here. I'm still, I haven't gone to Amazon. I'm still looking at all the information here. I have the title, the rank, the category. We even go to FEA Toolkit, and we, based on the category and the rank, we kind of give you the estimated sales per month. You can see if the buy box is active or if suppressed, all the details. But the main thing is going to be down here. You get a lot of Keepa data that it's you don't need to have a Keepa account, so you don't need to pay Keepa in order to see all the data with ROI Scanner. You can just we give you all this data, and you can see if the average. You can actually see the ranks and turn on different things are here to analyze it. You can go 30 days, 90 days. You can see the whole story of this listing on Keepa. So you have all the tools to analyze it, look at the how many sellers are on the listing, and then you can see we have a calculator divided on FPM on the top and FBA on the bottom. So for example, and this one is showing me that there's only one FPM listing and there's no FBA. The product is selling. It has a little bit high rank, but it has drops. The average price in the last 30 days is being about $55 or $54.09. Right now it's $52.95. But you're buying this product for $6.49. And once you start analyzing, you realize that it's a 2-pack. But even if it's a 2-pack, I can just add here 2-pack for each, if I want to do FBA or FPM, and I still have $22 if I want to send it FBA with 171% ROI.
That's the kind of ROI I like, Alan.
I know. I was gonna say. So if you think Target doesn't have over 100% ROI, we can find it really, really easy. And
well, here's what's so cool about this, because the ROI Scanner is is replacing RevSeller. It's doing what RevSeller can do, and we love RevSeller. So it's allowing you to do the calculation right there and to see all the information you need to see in order to calculate that, and to have the information. It has the FBA fees taken into consideration, and weight, size, all of that stuff. And it's replacing Keepa because it's giving you the graphs that you need. Right. And you haven't left the Target website, which is the cool thing in my mind. So you're right there in Target. You're seeing all the information that these other tools would show you in one spot, and you haven't had to toggle back and forth to Amazon. It gives you the option to do that if you really want to, but I could just see so many products and find so many quality products and fill up my shopping cart without even leaving the Target website. Right. And, cutting down on that navigation is just a huge boon. If you're going to sit down and do 2 hours of online arbitrage, to me, being able to do it this way is fantastic. I love how it's all right there, embedded within the retail website.
Right. It just makes the process a lot easier. And we even, have this little green dot right here, green circle. That means that it's in stock. So if you see a red circle here, that means that it's not in stock. And if you find something with good profit, maybe you want to write it down and come back, in a week or so and see if it's already available. But you can skip it really fast, because if you just want to buy today, whatever is available, I know 100% that this product is available. It's it's a green dot. I can add it to my to my cart. I can pick it up in my store. I can even pay for it and have it delivered to my house within a few hours. Things like that they're gonna make that process a little bit faster. And then let's say that this product is a good product, which it looks like it is a good product, but I still want to see how many units this one FBM seller has. I can click on the title. That's going to take me to Amazon. And the reason why we have to go to Amazon is because when we're on Amazon, we're going to have this other option that says check seller stock levels. And if you click on it, it's going to give you all the seller information. So it tells you the seller name, their store, the price they're selling this item, if they're doing FBA or FPM, their rating, and also how many feedback they have. And I can see right here that they have 2 items in stock. So if I want to buy this product, the only competition is an FPM item with an FPM seller with 2 items. I can easily buy a few, sets of 2 and send them to FBA and be able to get, a very good profit margin on this item. And it wasn't really hard to find. Of course, this tool is not like tactical arbitrage or source mode that's going to find you thousands of items. You still have to do the manual search. But once you find an item, it's really easy to analyze, and you can buy it right there in those
tools like tactical arbitrage don't preclude you from having to do manual analyzing anyways, because in my experience, when I've used those tools, they run the automation through the night while you're sleeping, but then you got to get up and sort through a gazillion mismatches, and you've got to do the analytics within the search results anyways, to me, that aren't any less cumbersome than what you're showing us here.
Right. So, yeah, you're still gonna have to do the analytics and go through maybe a couple hundred items before you find something good. But in my experience, it kind of helps a little bit. But just doing this manual search, I just switched to Best Buy, and I'm doing the same thing. And of course, on this one, there's no pro. If you want to sell it FPM, it's a 2% ROI, which is not good. But you have it right here, right away, and you can just go one by one and just look at them. Okay, FPM has a little bit. FBA doesn't have any profit, and then you can actually log into your Seller Central here, and then you're gonna be able to. The software is going to tell you if you can sell it or if it has any restrictions on your account.
Well, and I like that because if you click that, you can immediately list the product. So not only can I add to cart and purchase right there, but I can just click launch right into my Seller Central account, list the product. A lot of times I like to list the products before I move forward with actually making the purchase to just double check. And and that's a great way to approach it as well. We only have a few minutes left, so I want to encourage folks who are watching, if you have any questions about arbitrage, throw them in the chat. If you have specific questions for Alan about this tool, now's a chance to ask, and I'm sure he'd love to address any questions you have or thoughts. And Alan, tell folks what they can do if this tool is of interest to them. How do they pursue that?
Well, we have a 7-day trial if you want to test it out and see if it's something that you like. Right now, we're supporting about 16 stores, including Amazon. We're working with our developer team to have 100 in the next 60 days, 100 stores that we support in the next 60 days. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we're gonna be. Our goal is to be about 390 stores that we support, and we're working every day adding new features and things like that. So in the description, you're gonna have the link, and that's gonna take you to ROI Scanner. And let me show you. We do have 2 different plans right now. So let me see. Let me show you right here. We have a basic plan that is gonna give you access to 6 stores. So you have access to Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, and Best Buy. That one is $34.99 a month. It includes, all of the tools and all of the features. We didn't talk about all of the features right now, but we have a training area where we have tutorials on how to use the tool and all the different settings that you can put. So it's $34.99. But that account is going to allow you also to add 2 virtual assistant accounts. So if you're using, a virtual assistant, or maybe you have your wife or your husband works with you, you can have one account, installed on one computer and another one on another computer. You can have up to 3 different computers using the same tool on the same account. So it's $34.99 a month. You get 7-day free trial. And then the Pro account is $59.99, which is going to give you access to everything, all the different stores, and 4 virtual assistants. Once we have more stores, the prices are going to increase. But if you lock your membership at this price, even if it goes to $99, you're still going to be paying $34.99 as long as you have that membership active. So it's a good time to get the lowest prices that we're going to have on the account. And again, we're working on having more stores, and it's so far we have about close to 400 members right now, and everybody's having a good experience with the tool, and we've been working on a lot of different glitches and fixing different things. So it's getting better every day, and it's helping a lot of people find products very easily.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that a lot of people are jumping on this, because I just think it's a really cool tool. First time you showed it to me, it was pretty fun to see. To me, it's just a game changer if you can do the kind of work we've been doing, but in the retail website. And so that's what I love about it. And the first thing I thought of is I don't have to pay RevSeller, I don't have to pay Keepa, and the extra investment that I'm making in this tool is just going to pay a lot of dividends down the road, because if I can find more products, it's going to be a really good business investment. And if I can save time, now I'm working smarter. I'm not just working harder. We've talked on programs we've done in the past. I'm a big advocate that if you need to stay up late or get up early to move things forward, it's a great way to do it. So we advocate working hard, and we advocate working hard in a way that doesn't just blow up your family or interrupt the other important things in your life. But if we have an opportunity to work smarter and not just crank more hours, but actually cut down on the amount of time that we need to spend doing something in order to generate opportunities and profits, then I'm all for it. And if I'm convinced it's a really good business investment, then I'm going to jump on it. So it doesn't surprise me that we've got hundreds of people seeing the advantages and the opportunity here. And I'm thankful you've put in the work to develop this.
Yeah, we're very happy about it, and it's just gonna get better with time. We have a lot of features that we're still working on it. But the main thing right now for me is my goal is just to get to close to 400 stores. That way, I know that you don't need 400 stores to be able to be successful selling on Amazon. But the more opportunity you have to find products on stores that maybe not a lot of people are finding products. And I know that's a concern with some of the automated tools that are available, is that you can spend months sometimes trying to understand the software and trying to really see results. With this, it's just you just go to the store, start browsing, and you're gonna find some of the items with good profit, and some of them are gonna be good profit, not in stock. But now you have a list of items that you can just go check. Whenever they get in stock, you already ahead of the competition, and you know that they have profit, so you just go and buy whenever it's available. So there's a lot of people that have been using it in different situations. Like myself, we've been kind of collecting lists of products that we know they're good, and then we just go buy them. Like for example, this one, I just got this. This is a box of Walmart. I've been buying these items at Walmart, and every time I go to the store, I can get 3, 5, and we go to different stores and we get 10, 15 units, and they sell really fast. So every time I see them online and they're available, I just buy 12. They get home, but I'm already behind this because I already know they work, and I found them using the ROI scanner. So there's a lot of different strategies that you can use, and we're gonna be talking about different strategies in the future, so you can keep building that inventory.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of other videos coming, and we hope that they're helpful, and we hope that this tool is helpful. We're convinced that it is, and so here we are. I don't see any questions, and we've gone past 40 minutes, so we'll wrap this up, and we'll wish you guys the best. We really want 2021 to be a great year of being able to kind of push forward with your business. And if you've never started an Amazon business, we're saying now's a great time to do it. There are opportunities galore. Online sales are through the roof. If you've been selling on Amazon, what are the next steps that you can take to really expand your opportunities? Arbitrage is all about opportunities. What can you do to just push the boundaries and kind of take your business to the next step? And we're all at different places, but I think it's helpful for all of us at the beginning of the year to just think through, what would be good for me to kind of take things to the next place. And Alan and I have kind of challenged each other and talked about how to do that year by year, kind of what are our goals, what are we thinking about? And I think it's been super helpful. And I know that I've developed strategies and opportunities and things as a part of my business that I never would have really imagined, but it's been a product of just trying to press forward. So we want you to have that same kind of experience. We want you to really be able to derive the benefit and the enjoyment of having some margin in your budget and the freedom that comes with that. And so we wish you the best. Alan, anything else you want to say?
Well, I hope you guys can keep learning and take these strategies that we talk about today. Just understanding how to build your inventory with high quality products, and then keeping track of the health of your inventory. That's gonna be a big help for you this year, and I hope that we can continue sharing different strategies in our experience. So we'll keep creating this content for you guys.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll take care. We'll see you later, and we wish you the best with your business.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye.